Well, this is the Cobb podcast, and I'm David. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I'm here with Cyrus and Barndoor, and Colton, who's here as well. And we played video games for a little while, recorded a couple of Let's Plays, but they just started chanting. I was sitting here eating a Pop-Tart, and they just started chanting. I think I'm gonna need emergency services. I really don't know what's going on here. I think these guys are doing some kind of ritual at the table.
And the shorty had them apple bottom jeans.
All right, that was something.
All right, cool. I can't believe you opened with that. How embarrassing.
I was trying to summon Oscar.
He's in L.A.
That was Oscar saying.
Really wanna be in L.A.
Oh.
That was in Midnight Club, Los Angeles.
Midnight Club, La Baña, La Bada Binamo.
Donde está
Did you
el
know
pinche
that the
baño?
Brooklyn Bridge connects New York to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Bridge, of course.
The Brooklyn Bridge is amazing.
I want
That is a
new
picture of-
friends.
Not the Brooklyn Bridge.
Not the
I
Brooklyn Bridge, yeah.
Want new friends.
I'll let you know what
They
bridge
don't
that is
like
after I play
me.
Spider-Man later.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's a popular
Hurts
bridge.
my
Because World
case.
Trade Center is in South
That's
New York,
okay.
right?
Dancing
Right?
in
It was on the
my
south. I'm pretty sure it
bed.
was on the southern part of the
We
island.
can
It was
bring
on the
that up.
coast.
It was on the coast.
Yeah, which is the southern part of the
Yeah.
island.
Yeah.
I believe.
Because the current World Trade Center
was-
site is the same spot where it was. They
Correct.
built the new World Trade Center around Ground Zero. Fun fact: Freedom Tower.
Whoa, there was a bombing at the World Trade Center?
Wow.
Google's telling. What happened?
That's in '99 in the '90s.
In the 9011s.
Oh, shit. The World
Before,
Center bomb?
yeah, before they hit him with planes, people
Yeah.
actually tried to bomb him.
93.
Yeah, so before they hit them with planes, they parked vans at the base of them and set them off.
You know, where was that one? Because a similar attack happened on a government building
Pentagon.
in Texas. Not in the Pentagon, somewhere in Texas or like Oklahoma or something.
Oklahoma City bombing.
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Oklahoma City.
Similar,
bombing, yeah.
similar kind of thing.
Timothy McVeigh.
Crazy how much of oh, David's at the Britannica. He's fucking getting serious. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the terroristic activities that happened in the 90s kind of get swallowed by what was 9/11.
Yeah.
And that's not saying, oh, well, 9/11 wasn't that serious. I'm not going to say that.
I think the Oklahoma City bombing killed 500 or something like that.
That was a lot.
Look up World Trade Center Freedom Tower, because it's basically in the same spot.
Well, I think you can.
Or yeah, do that either way.
Perfect. Nicolas Cage? Why was Nicolas
600
Cage
plus.
next to Osama bin Laden? Did
For
you
the
see that?
Oklahoma City bombing. Wait, no, this says 168.
That's
Okay. Hey, for context, while David's looking this up, he typed in World Trade Center.
680 injured, 168 deaths from the Oklahoma
And the
City
related people
bombings.
was Nicolas Cage and Osama bin Laden right next to each other.
Yeah, it's on the south part of the island.
Okay.
So what's that bridge? That's that.
It's on the Hudson, right?
What bridge is that then? That actually might be the Brooklyn Bridge,
The Holland Tunnel.
because which tower what had the antenna on it? Was that the North Tower or the South Tower?
I tell you.
Because that's the way to tell which angle that picture was taken from.
Right.
For the audience, David has a picture of New York in his room here, and we're trying to figure out what bridge it is.
So, David, you've been to New York. How do you like it?
I haven't been to New York.
Oh, okay. What's the point of the photo?
I don't know. Ask my mom.
I just hang up places I want to go on my wall.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll go there one. I think
So I got a coffin.
her and my father went at some point. Maybe.
Okay. Is that a real photo or
No.
Yeah.
nice? Cool.
Well,
I didn't know if it was
not
like-
taken by them, but
Okay.
an
Yeah.
artist. An artist.
It's a
photo,
print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. Hey, prints are nice too.
Trade, the North Tower is the one that had the antenna.
So if that's the north side, then that might be the Brooklyn Bridge. Then go back down.
God, people just live that close to Rikers Island. Did you see that?
That's the Manhattan. Scroll out.
Manhattan is here. Brooklyn is there.
It could be the Brooklyn Bridge, like a picture taken like on that angle, going across right
That's
there.
fair. What's this Brooklyn Bridge look like?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
the Brooklyn Brit.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Bridge is
No
falling
sleep
down.
till Brooklyn
Bridge.
Brooklyn.
Bridge.
I brought this up in a party early this week, but you know there was an original name for the Beastie Boys
Yeah.
debut album, License to Ill.
You left us last night with the party.
Yeah, I can't say it on the podcast. I just recommend you go look it up. Good decision in hindsight.
Yeah.
You want to pull it up on the screen and you can laugh at it in real time?
Oh yeah. Let's.
Okay, just look up License to Ill on Wikipedia. I hope the viewers at home are also doing the same thing, going, man, this is piquing my interest. I need to see this.
License to Ill.
Yep. Yeah, and then click on the Wikipedia article, and then it'll be in like background or something like that. Yeah, background. There it is, first line.
It was originally called "Don't Be a F***it."
That has to be
What's up,
said.
Brandon?
Skipped right over it. What an idiot.
I think it'll sound funnier if it's censored.
No, I got you.
Brandon didn't
I
actually
gotcha.
say it.
Yeah. I was about to say it again. I was about to be like, no, I said.
No, I said.
Thanks, Brandon. Interesting commentary.
On the mic.
I don't know. We do some weird stuff late night. Like I was reading a Beastie Boys Wikipedia article for some reason, and then I left the party after I discovered that. And then last night we played Mortal Kombat 11 for no reason. And
Yeah.
we were like, hey, let's just play Mortal Kombat 11 and see what happens. Man, I forget how brutal the fatalities are in that game.
That game was that was insane, dude.
Mortal Kombat 11 took a new stylistic choice with how they wanted to do the fatalities. Instead of, somebody ripping somebody else open and then they do a pose over their body or whatever, as they're just dead on the floor.
Yeah.
It gets them just after the final blow, and the blood splatters all over the screen, and it kind of freeze frames, and then the blood starts to glisten.
Yeah.
Like it's real time, but freeze framed. So cool. Me and Brandon discovered the most disgusting fatality that is in Mortal Kombat history because I bought the DLC, and I've never played as the DLC characters.
Okay.
So I played as Shang Tsung. He has a fatality that I used for the first time, and I was like, oh, cool. I popped it on Brandon. It was literally the last game of the night, just before we went to bed. And what he does is he gravitates somebody in air, puts them parallel to the floor, and then summons a portal, and a bunch of zombies at like Mach 10 start ripping his insides out, eating his guts. Then, straight off cap, one of them just reaches over and quickly rips off his face and then eats his face. And then just
Jesus
before they get
Christ.
sucked back into the ground, they cut him in half and then rip his skeleton clean out of his body. And it stops freeze frame as the skeleton's coming out of the body. So it's a perfectly clean skeleton, no meat on the bone.
And it sounds like it was fast happening like that, but it was like a 5-second shot of each one, and you're like, oh my god.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god. It just kept getting
just kept
fucking
getting
worse.
Sounds like we gotta play this.
The time boss chick fatality is pretty brutal too, because she like rips you in half and then she rewinds time that puts you back together, and then she kills you a different way and then puts you back together, and then kills you a different way and then puts you back together.
Stop killing
Rips your
yourself.
skin
Stop
off,
killing
puts
yourself.
you back together.
Yeah, it's pretty much just ripping you apart and putting you back together for the rest of eternity. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
I caught Brandon off guard. There was another one with Johnny Cage. It's called Welcome to the Neighborhood. And you cut the character clean in half, and then you stick your arm up them, and you use them as a puppet.
You're like, yeah.
But their face goes all limp when you cut them in half. So Mortal Kombat has completely desensitized me to the idea of a fatality, but that Shang Tsung
God.
one caught me completely off guard.
Yeah.
I was
Play
not
some
expecting that.
Mortal Kombat later.
Probably.
Hell yeah. I'm downloading it right now.
It's also streamable.
Yep.
And that's how I was
Game
playing it.
Pass. If you have Xbox Game Pass, you can play Mortal Kombat 11 right now. Differences with the game. I know Brandon played a lot of 10 recently. He brought it up to me that I just noticed.
Extremely slow.
Very slow paced.
Extremely fucking slow.
11 is?
11 is, yeah.
Compared to what 9 and 10 were.
Like, you know how
Okay.
when you're a fast character, it's just in this one, it's just and you'll feel it. You move a lot slower and you punch a lot slower, and there's a lot more time to react in between
Balance.
things. Yeah.
They get rid of the Mortal Kombat's been for almost 3 years now that we're talking about it. still the newest game. They got rid of the giant X-ray bar that had 3 notches in it, and they
Okay.
traded it for an attack and a defense bar at the corner of the screen that has 2 notches each. So your breakers go into your defense bar, and then if you want to use an enhanced special attack, that'll go into your attack bar, and then you have to wait for those to reload. As for the X-ray, they've removed X-rays, but they're still in the game technically. They've introduced a new mechanic called Final Blow. When you would get low on health in a game like Tekken, your Rage Art would activate, which is when your character has like a red aura and you do more damage.
Okay.
At that point in the match in Mortal Kombat, when you get down to low health, you're able to use a thing called Final Blow. You pull both of the triggers on your controller, and it will activate an X-ray type move. But the stipulation is that you can only use it once per match, so you can only land it once. So
X-rays were the same way though.
pretty much, but you could get more than one X-ray in a match.
Yeah, before.
It was a cheesy way to end a game in like pro tournaments, where if somebody already popped an X-ray earlier in the match, somebody pops another one again and wins the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, they eliminated that, saying you can use it early on to save yourself, or you can wait for it at the end.
Yeah.
So it's more of a tactical use instead of I filled my bar, I'm going to use an X-ray.
Okay. That makes sense. That's cool.
I think it's a cool design change because my brothers suck when I play them at Mortal Kombat, and they are X-ray freaks. All they want to do is get their X-rays.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mortal Kombat 9.
Huh.
I don't know. Is there a fighting game that you guys prefer, like over every other game?
Tekken.
Fighters.
Which
I'm
Tekken?
just
Cole?
over here like,
Tag.
You're
The
it.
first one, or a second one?
I like Tag and 2.
You're it.
They're kind of the same
They're both
game,
good.
really.
Yeah.
Tag and Tag 2.
You're it.
Thank you. I always remember Tag. I had Tag Tournament 1 on a PS2. And you know how PS2 discs, or PS1 discs, the back of them were black. And then when they came out with the PS2, it's like that silver reflecty stuff.
yeah.
Or
Gloss.
The Tekken Tag Tournament 2 disc is blue. So you got the regular cover art, and then you flip it over and it's a blue disc.
Gotcha.
I never saw it on another PS2 game. And I don't know what the reason for it was.
Evo was blue.
Was
What
it?
is that?
Yep.
Was it like having a Monsters Inc. VHS tape, and it was like that powder blue?
I believe they were dual layer DVDs, so they were actually bigger than their regular DVDs.
Huh.
Interesting. Okay. But yeah, I remember.
Let me look that up real quick though, because
Cool.
that might be cap.
But yeah, you're right. I'd have to say Tekken, and if not, I played Budokai. I think 3 on the PS2 a lot.
You're it.
Thank you. Was it Hercule? Is that his name?
Hercule, Mr.
Hercule.
Satan.
Yeah, he was a secret character in that game, and he was overpowered as crap. Because I always remember he dropped, like, he would give you a bomb, and then he'd tiptoe away like a cartoon villain, and it would just explode. Oh man, that game was the stuff. Brandon, what makes you so hot about fighters?
I'm good at it. As compared to other fighting games, I can play any character and be good at it.
Fair enough.
Okay, I like
I
that.
The
understand
blue
that.
discs were used on early PS2 titles, and they were actually the reason a lot of PS2's disk drives burned up.
Really,
Yep.
that is a cool fact.
That's wild.
They were like, Sony was like, "You're gonna use Blu-ray disc at some point, goddammit." Something about it is gonna be blue. It's not. It's called Blu-ray because it just shoots a blue laser. Cool, isn't that dope?
A blue laser?
Yeah, a blue laser and a red laser use different frequencies of light.
Oh, okay.
That's why HD DVD flopped. Nobody cared. They like the blue.
Huh.
The blue.
Sorry.
Sacre bleu. Sacre bleu.
Clicks.
Yeah. So, I think the biggest fighting game that I just don't care for is I played Street Fighter 4 growing up, and I just never liked it.
Yeah.
And that gets some people up in arms because they're like, "It's Street Fighter." I'm like, dude, I don't know, play Tekken. I'd rather play Tekken. Does that make sense?
You're
I
it.
guess none of those really stuck for me because I had no one to play against.
Well,
I don't really like Killer Instinct.
What's Killer Instinct?
ooh.
So the one where it's got like one of the characters is like a wolf guy or whatever, and it's one that goes like, "Oh, ultra combo,
Yeah, where you can do like 50 hit
combo
combos.
breaker."
It's an insane game. They have the classic on Game Pass, but it was an N64 game, and then when the Xbox One launched, it was a launch title that was free to play, but you were only able to play as I think 2 characters. You had to buy the rest of them.
Damn. Okay. Rubber Bandits.
That sounds like a cool game. I don't know.
The artsy ones are always kind of cool. They're easy to play, and it's easy to like just goof around, you know.
Yeah.
And those are easy flowing ones. Those work well for recordings and stuff. I like to do not so much challenging games necessarily, but easy to play because it's easy to like chat through as well.
Don't forget about
We never did finish Grounded.
Yeah,
That's
we gotta
true.
get back into that one too. What were
Grounded
you
would be
gonna say,
good.
Colton or Cyrus?
wow. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm a big fan of Game Pass games that have easy achievements. Not easy as in I want to get them in 10 minutes, but like you play through the game once and you get all the achievements pretty much.
Yeah.
I like those games, and I hate looking up achievements, so it has to be a game where I can just sit down and enjoy it for a few hours, get all the achievements, and be like, hey, that was a good game, because that's the ideal Game Pass experience.
For sure. Yeah, I can agree with you on that. Just a quick play.
All right. Time is 9:07 on the Pop-Tart podcast.
Pop-Tart.
Pop-Tart podcast.
Poopcast.
If you've got a Pop-Tart in the toaster, it's going to explode. It's just some bad mojo jojo.
That's actually the best way to have a Pop-Tart, really.
Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart?
Tastes so
No.
freaking...
Yes, I have.
I got mad at the
It's really
kids
delicious.
in high school that would go straight up to the machines and get a Pop-Tart and just eat it raw.
Yeah.
Really?
I do
used to
not eat Pop-Tarts raw.
Yeah.
I always eat Pop-Tarts raw.
I know you can. It's not raw. It's technically cooked.
I like
You've
the
gotta toast
unfrosted
them.
ones.
I do too.
Yeah.
Those are good. As an
Strawberry
adult,
unfrosted.
as an adult, I appreciate the unfrosted ones sometimes.
Yeah.
Have you ever put butter?
On a Pop-Tart.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Would you kill a man?
I think we asked this question before on the podcast, and y'all were just shocked by my answer.
What?
I said I'd smoke meth to have a Klondike bar.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely 100%.
All of you guys were like, "What?" And
I
was like,
absolutely don't know what episode it was, but I know for a
"It was one of the earlier ones."
It might have been episode 1.
It's coming back to me now.
There's a very good chance that was episode 1. What wouldn't you do for a Klondike bar?
I mean,
I
there's
wouldn't
not a
invade
lot.
Russia.
I would
Oh,
do nothing
yeah.
for a
Maybe
Klondike
that's
bar
why he
because
did.
They're not that good.
He got promised a
I'm done talking about Russia.
Klondikes.
I do actually have one thing to say about Russia, and it's it was reported, I think it was actually yesterday morning, that I think Russia is going to ban Instagram in the country because
And Facebook.
and Facebook. I'm going to get the exact quote here because I don't want to mess it up because I thought it was funny when I read it because even a broken clock is wrong is right
All
twice a day.
Meta platforms except for WhatsApp, and it's because they allowed them to make death threats against Russia's leader and any
They-
soldiers that are
They
invading
claim
other countries.
that Meta. Oh fuck! I really messed my throat up by doing those weird voices earlier. Anyway, they've designated Meta as an extremist organization,
God.
and while we're all like jump piling on Russia and making fun of
Fucking
them and hating on them, I will say
Face Zuckerberg.
that's funny and I like that because Facebook is a plague.
That is funny.
It's not the platform
Putin,
itself.
though.
It's not the idea of Facebook where you get on and you talk to your friends and you join groups and communities. It's the fact that the algorithm just corners and sequesters you into a really strange way of thinking. And then
Yeah.
it puts you with other people with those strange ways of thinking. And then it sells you products on that same way of thinking. Like,
Yeah.
if you join 5 groups that believe in a certain thing, you bet you're going to see ads from Amazon and other websites selling you items that cater to that group.
yeah.
And then if they keep you in that cycle and in your news feed, you keep seeing very, very similar things to those groups that you follow, guess what?
Yeah.
They can sell you more. And then they take your data and sell it to those companies. And
Go back down.
uh-oh.
dokie.
All right, now we're going back to Game Pass.
New Worms game.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a 2D side scroller and it's a battle royale.
Oh.
Yeah, it's bad. I don't like it. I've tried it, not good.
Wait, 2D side-scrolling battle royale. How the fuck does that work?
Worms. I mean, you just crawl. I guess you crawl through this giant maze, and you're just focused in on your section of the screen, and you roll around with your teammates, and you battle with like typical Worms weapons, like grenades and rocket launchers and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's.
Its concept sounds really cool, but it plays not as good.
Yeah.
I'd rather just play Worms. Favorite Game Pass games, I guess, guys. Let's jump into that. Is there anything new that you guys have wanted to check out or want to see?
That, but I can't play.
Stalker 2. Oh, I didn't mention that last week when I was talking about Russia. The Stalker 2's been because the headquarters for Stalker, I can't remember the name of the company that makes it. You see how it's Heart of Chernobyl?
Yep.
They're based in Ukraine.
Yep.
They've paused all development on the game to help defend the city of, I think it's Kyiv, where they're living. It's still slated to come out this year, but people really don't know if that's still the case. It just hasn't been officially delayed.
Yeah.
But they showed it off at E3 last year, and it was looking like a really cool game.
The first one's amazing.
What they should do is allow it to get pre-ordered, because I bet it would
Some funding.
fucking sell like crazy, and then they could use that as a profit or something. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
probably a hard step for them to make as well, being in the position they're in.
It's going to be if we get our hands on this game, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Especially because they might even delay it just to add a couple things to the game that they got inspiration from. I wonder what would give them inspiration to add to a video game about a nuclear disaster.
Add a bunch of destroyed Russian shit.
There's going to be an impaled Putin in the game if they don't put it out. It's going to be a statue in the center of a Ukrainian city.
Damn. Is Putin gonna be video games' next Hitler? They're just gonna make him get brutally killed in multiple scenes over the next few years.
We have villains in Call of Duty games that have really stood out the test of time. Like you have Commander Shepard and Kevin Spacey, and then Kevin Spacey in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a
Or Captain Shepard.
Dragovich,
Captain
Klevchenko, Steiner. All sell drugs, Mason.
Predator.
Yuri.
Yuri. This one's for soap.
Oh man, I have a controversial Black Ops 2 opinion.
Uh-oh.
I did not like Harper as a character whatsoever.
What? He's Michael Ricker. Come on.
Did not care about
What
Harper.
section? Section.
I think he had a cool arc with Fareed, where in the good ending, you take Fareed and you kill Harper.
Yeah.
And then Fareed is kind of all shell-shook about it because he wasn't supposed to kill anybody in his undercover position. Other than that, I think Harper was worthless as a character. I really didn't like him.
Section.
Section!
That game had so many options, and man, it was good. I still enjoy the multiplayer probably the most. I'd love a fucking Black Ops 2 remake.
Infinite Warfare gets a lot of shit,
To be honest.
but it's got a very good campaign. When you're flying around in space, just shooting people,
Called it.
there you go. It reminds me of that mission in Ghosts, where you're up in the space station, you got the space gun shooting people. It's
Yeah.
like that, but like not lame.
Yeah.
It's not a gimmick. It's actually a full-fledged level where you can sit there and tether to things. I think it set really good groundwork for what Modern Warfare 2019 became. Because
Yeah.
they realized, hey, these ideas are good. How can we incorporate this into Modern Warfare gameplay? It was a good campaign. It really was. I have nothing bad to say about the Infinite Warfare campaign. The multiplayer. Oh,
Yeah.
boy. Zombies? Ugh. Ugh.
Here's hoping the next Call of Duty's good, but I'm not holding my hopes
Man,
up.
I did not care for Vanguard at all after getting all 44 achievements in that game.
I'm so glad I didn't
Yeah.
get it.
Nope. There's nothing special about that game. The campaign's all right. Like, I had you play it
Yeah.
on, I think it was New Year's Eve or something like that at my house.
Yeah.
And it looks beautiful. Like, it really is a gorgeous game to run around in World War II landscapes. And it's fun to walk around and look at the scenery and look at the lighting and
Look at
you
the
throw a
pretty
grenade
birds.
and the way it explodes off the ground.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to like the story, the gameplay, and just having fun, there's no fun.
Yeah.
So this is what cloud gaming's like with not direct internet.
Yeah, it's rough.
Wow.
So
I'll sit here.
cloud gaming is good.
It's impressive when it works.
When you have a good internet connection, it's
You
great.
It has yet to work correctly for me.
Even on the series.
Yes. It doesn't matter if I'm on the series, my PC, or my phone. It has the exact same issue where the screen will not load the bottom half of the screen if I'm moving.
I will give credit one thing. I just got the last achievement in Forza Horizon 5 this week, and it was through cloud streaming because I didn't want that game on my console anymore.
Good job.
Stupid,
Good
dumb, bullshit weekly challenges.
That's fucking nuts. Yeah, that one was, you, hustled that one for quite a while.
I still think Forza Horizon 5 is a very fun game. I know we talked about it a lot and how much we enjoyed it personally.
Yeah.
But I think its biggest pitfall is that once you complete most of the races in the game, if you're really not into Event Lab or like a car enthusiast that wants to trick out every car in the game, there's not much to do after you've completed the majority of the map.
See, I've always
Season
seen that
4 was
game.
the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like all the games are like that because I remember as soon as I beat 1 and 2, I put them down as soon as I completed the map because I was like, you know.
I've always seen that game as just a pastime.
With Horizon 4, they added a whole bunch of content post-launch, and that game's huge now. So I
Yes.
could easily see them doing the same thing with 5.
I will not play 5 from here on out unless it's like with you guys or we're just playing online messing around.
Right.
Hot Wheels, smoke crack.
I don't know. Would you guys want to see Horizon in our Let's Plays? Let us know down in the comments.
I think
I have
we
the
will
VIP
listen.
edition.
We just have to have.
they
the
need
want
they
for
need
it.
to have a
Can't
gimmick
listen
like they
to
did
a
with the.
comment. It is a word on a screen.
Brandon, I was talking. Don't
was
over talk
whispering.
me.
I was whispering.
Hey,
I was whispering.
I don't care.
You're-
You're getting closer to your mic.
you
What
would-
if I got closer to my mic, huh?
Then I'll get closer to my mic and talk quieter so that you're still over talking me.
Anyways,
Wow.
Forza Horizon 4, they had that gimmick where they had the Lego worlds. If they did something like that in 5, I will consider re-downloading it.
Okay.
But it's got to be something cooler than driving around in a Lego world.
I mean, the Lego World was pretty fucking cool though, because it had its own racetrack. It had its own couple of events. You built your own house. It was kind of, it was interactive. It was some new shit. It put a spin on the usual fucking open world racing game. And yeah, if they do something
They're
like
gonna
that,
do
I think you're right.
Kinect's World this time.
Dude, Kinect's World would be fucking lit.
Did you
I
guys
love
ever play with
Kinects.
erector sets as a kid?
Yes.
Erector sets. So they had this little.
No,
They're
okay.
metal Kinects, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. And
Okay.
basically, you would just screw them in. Like typically you would do it by hand.
Yeah.
But if your parents bought you the super cool set, it had an electric one.
Okay.
That would screw in all the pieces for you. You could build like Ferris wheels with it that would work, and they'd spin on motors and stuff.
Fuck, that
and then they'd
sounds
sell
cool.
kits that you could engineer yourself and make whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
Have any of
Awesome.
you seen The Sandlot?
Yes. I hope I have. And I have.
David,
I'm betting on myself.
you've not seen The Sandlot?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that actually.
You play baseball like a bitch.
Yeah, the thing that they used to try to
Apologize to my dog.
slingshot the ball over the fence, that's made with an erector set.
Okay. Okay. Got you.
Kinects were the.
And I actually have a solar Kinect set with a motor and everything, and it's solar powered.
No.
Fuck.
I don't know if Colton's old enough, or not old enough, young enough to have these as a kid, because I don't know when they came out. Did you guys ever own Magnetics?
Yes.
Magnetics?
You
Okay.
did too? Those things were
I remember
fucking
when they
lit.
came out.
I was so upset because it was right around when we turned like 8 or 9, was when they got banned in the United States.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch as a kid, and we lost some. And I remember we were just like, "Oh, Mom, Dad, we want more of these." And they were like, we cannot buy those anymore."
I finally convinced my parents to get me some.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a few. And it was like, yes, these are lit. More, please. And never again.
So
they
if you,
get banned because some kids were eating them
So
and
what-
then like
Probably because of the little
getting them
tiny
stuck on their
magnet balls.
intestines.
yeah, so if you've never played with magnetics, they're really magnetic, and they would give you this solid iron ball that you could connect to the plastic pieces. Well, if kids would swallow the plastic pieces and the middle ball, they would stick together in
Fuck.
your intestines.
Oh my god.
Through your
that sounds-
intestines
Yeah,
and like
it was
staple
like
your
rupturing
intestines
kids'
closed and shit.
intestines, and
Yep.
it was awful, and it was actually a really bad concept for a toy if you were eating them. But
Oh my
I was
gosh.
a brain dead child. Like I say, oh well, I was a smart child. No, everybody's stupid as a kid.
Yeah.
So I was just lucky to be not that stupid.
Oh my gosh.
'Cause
I've
I always-
never thought about it.
I
like
always
that.
think about how many toys I
so
own that could have killed like just an average person if you had no idea what you were doing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No.
We
And
had,
it's kind of scary.
We had Nerf guns, dude.
shooting
I
ballistics
played with
at people's
explosives as
faces.
a child.
I did too, man. I don't have a funny comeback for that.
I invented the largest nuclear bomb when child.
When child, I built bomb. It go big boom.
Look, Mom, I
Parents
made a
decide.
rocket out of macaroni.
Parents can't be sad. They're dead.
Okay.
I killed
so,
parents with big boom.
I have an idea.
Blamed it
Barnabas,
on dog.
you like Ark,
Yes,
and you're gonna be
I
able to
like Ark.
record soon.
maybe. Depends on when I get a computer.
Yeah. Yeah. We're We're thinking in the
It's coming.
we're thinking in the near future here, you know. And I think we should pull up an Ark server and make ourselves the ultimates on the land, and then open the land up publicly. And
Build a giant base of that's just a giant fucking
just
dino
make it
store.
insane, yeah.
I can host all these servers on my home theater computer.
And yeah, we can host them there on your server computer and make it work.
Yep.
That'd
Yeah,
be
because I
pretty
could do
cool.
an Arc server. I could do a Space Engineer server. If we're all on PC, I can even do like Minecraft servers and shit.
And the Minecraft server too. The Ark is a little bit more, it's a bit more of a specialized game that you got to get into. So we could do a Minecraft on the side and kind of jump between them. Or if one pops off more than the other, kind of stick with one, you know. But I kind of like the idea of opening a server.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool. Interactive.
Obtopia.
Octopia?
Cobbtopia.
Cobbtopia, sorry.
Cobb tops.
Cobb tops?
The Cobb gobblers.
Cobb needs some top.
Cobb gobblers of
Cobb needs some
Cobbtopia?
sloppy top.
Cobb slop.
What happened? What have we become?
We've descended into
It's because Oscar's not here to keep us sane.
yeah, he hasn't been here for 2 weeks, guys. We're fucking missing him dearly.
It's because
And
he's
he
locked
just
in my
doesn't
basement. Ha
care.
ha.
Just kidding.
Wait, was it? Oh no, it was the week before last that he was.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we miss
He had to
Oscar.
work.
Too bad he died.
Jesus fucking.
Say that.
Holy-
That's dark. You guys are sick fucks.
The fact that we said it at the exact same
I didn't say
time.
He
anything.
is traveling.
No, he's there right now, so he's fine.
Okay.
He got to heaven pretty quick.
Oh my god! Fuck!
Or hell, gravity's faster.
32 feet per second.
There you go.
Did you
9.8
know that if
meters.
you wanted to kill a squirrel by like throwing it off a roof or something, you'd have to throw it like 17 miles from the surface because squirrels can survive terminal velocity?
Why
So-
are you pressing the lid back on
Because
the
it
mic
wouldn't
so
twist back on.
So you just press it on like a fucking monster.
So Brandon's got Mike pretty hard right now, and he puts the top back on.
Give Mike some top.
So we've got these bottles of Mike's Hard Black Cherry Lemonade, which is just a flavored beer.
No, it's not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Don't sponsor us.
Why not?
Because it's the national drink of pedophiles. Did you ever?
Fuck.
Did you ever watch like old episodes of To Catch a
Well,
Predator?
that's
They
all
would
three of you
always,
are
they,
gonna be pedophiles
dude,
now,
they would always bring a 6-pack of Mike's. It was always Mike's,
Oh.
and they just got lumped into a really odd group there for a little bit.
Is it on yet?
No, it's been on. I just keep taking it on.
Brandon, so these have twist off caps, and Brandon just keeps popping them on and back off.
My dad's root beer has a pop-off cap too, and it won't.
Pop your top and give you a
Or like
little
it
bit
has
of
a screw-off
slop.
lid, and it won't screw off, so I just have to pop it off with a lid opener thingy.
God.
Brandon, are you all right?
No.
Brandon's on someone tonight.
I want to do a jingle too.
Jingle bells.
We did
Yeah.
at the beginning. Moo.
Yeah, we
Brandon's
can do.
autism is acting
I
on
want
you guys.
to. I want to get a distortion. I want to get a distortion pedal and just. Bounce, bounce, bounce.
I got the amp for it. I want to move it, so I'm moving soon, and I just want to put it in the garage of the new place
Yeah.
and just let it run wild in the neighborhood.
Nice.
Really set the tone for our neighbors.
Yeah, I think that would be a great kind of like welcome.
I gotta,
Garage
figure, I gotta
band.
figure out how to play Ram Ranch and then
S.
just see how many times I can play it before somebody decides to come pay a visit.
S.
S. Kiss.
As.
As is what I
Yes.
say.
The
Yes.
prisoner of Azkaban.
Azkaban.
Ask a
You
bingo.
can ask my band.
Ask a banjo.
Ask my banjo. Banjo kazoo.
You guys want to eat one of those fish in my fish tank?
Go.
Yeah.
How much?
I'll
For
give
free?
you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you mean food?
Yeah.
Protein?
Extra protein.
How about that one?
Gonna rip your
Kick it
asshole in
back up
half
like
when it comes
Steve-O
out
did.
because of all the little bones.
Did you see that racist fish chasing that colored one around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a prick.
It's pink. That's what I mean by colored, obviously.
I'll fucking reach my hand in there right now and spank him if he needs some like.
He really does. He needs
if
a talking. I think you
some
should.
manners.
Fish
training.
needs some discipline,
I think
goddammit.
you should get him out of the tank and give him a stern talking
See how fucking
to.
tough he is when he can't breathe.
Yeah, put him in the corner for a few minutes.
Put the fish in timeout. Just put him in a glass of water.
breath of fresh air.
You need to go outside.
An animal cruelty.
Oh my god, can you catch
Is
an
it
animal
animal
cruelty charge on a fucking
goldfish?
Yeah, is that possible?
That's a good question.
They're sold for like 10 cents a piece, and
What's
then
the laws of
given out.
animal cruelty?
How big does the animal have to be before it's considered worth?
Cruelty to animals.
How
It's
much
just
wood
a
could a
heartbeat.
woodchuck chuck if you could fuck a duck in with? We're talking about goldfish.
Brandon, stop grabbing your mic.
In every state.
In every state?
I'm pretty sure they finally outlawed it in Washington.
Oh, that's too bad.
What, you can't kill goldfish?
No more summer trips to Washington, gents.
Where is
No,
it legal?
bestiality.
What?
Get out of my
Bestiality
head.
used to be legal in Washington State.
Oh. And then the Mr. Hands thing happened.
Yeah, the guy that got killed by the horse.
Yep.
Oh,
That was a rough watch in middle school.
yeah.
Worse than Hot Wheels.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Worse than Two Girls, One Cup.
I watched an episode of Smiling Friends with Brandon and David just before the podcast started, and there was a joke at the end of the Frowning Friends episode where they start showing awful things around the world, and Charlie's like, "Oh yeah, well, I've seen worse things like than that on the internet. I don't know why you guys are freaking out." I think Mr. Hands is like one of the worst videos. It's like top 3 worst videos on the internet. The other one is Pain Olympics. The dude that like they would mutilate their dicks, but then years later they fessed up and said that it was fake.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And then the other one is I don't know, Mexican chainsaw beheading. I feel like that was everybody's intro into the internet.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We had rotten.com.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Who here has seen Mr. Hands?
Nope.
Quick round of
I don't know, probably not.
you haven't seen it? Okay,
I'm
yeah.
pretty
it's-
sure I did.
Okay, it's terrible. It's a terrible video because it's rough watching it and then knowing that guy died a couple hours later
Yeah.
because a bunch of drunk idiots are like, "Oh, we can totally control this horse in heat." As I shake my head.
Well, there's also a video of a dude that chugged a bottle of fucking Everclear and then walked into a back bedroom and died.
Like when Cyrus
Maybe it'll
said,
phase
"Oh
right
no."
back into here.
Why did David spend double the time editing this episode of the podcast?
Oh.
That's only 2
Hopefully
beeps.
this is Oscar's mess.
God.
Thank you, buddy.
This
I
is
love
like
you.
that new Channel 5 video. Did you see the new Channel 5 video?
Mm-mm.
Channel 5, formerly known as All Gas No Brakes, he did a video. It's an hour long on the People's Convoy.
The People's Convoy?
Yeah, the People's Convoy is the long line of trucks that's driving to Washington, D.C. to block the roads to protest the vaccination mandate to cross the U.S.-Canadian border.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Bitches be doing that with all their gas, with all their fucking trucks, and then bitch about gas prices.
I feel for gas prices because the people in the video do bring up a good point, like because they live in rural areas and some of them need the diesel to get their farm equipment up, but now the
Yeah.
price of diesel for them is doubled.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's hard for them to
but-
make a loving.
So-
Loving. Yeah, they just want to make a quick
Loving.
loving on their tractor.
Farm equipment is the exception to being able to use red diesel legally, and red diesel is not taxed like street diesel.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good for them then.
It is the same stuff,
But
but
the red.
the red shit is not legal to be used on the street.
So instead of green at the gas pump, I gotta watch out for red now. God damn it! Pumping gas gets harder by the day. I wish I lived in a state that pumped my gas for me.
It's only for diesel.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think I've
And
ever.
yes, my state lets you pump
Yeah.
or pumps your gas for you.
That's cool. I don't think I've ever driven a vehicle that has used diesel.
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 I don't know. I've heard it smells weird.
Slavic.
Some of them
Diesel.
do, some of them don't.
I don't know. Guess who's the dummy that has an SUV during peak gas prices? Ha, this guy. Yo. And just put all-terrain tires that get less miles to the gallon.
Yeah, I have
I'm
winter
running-
tires on mine.
I'm still running studs.
We need to go out to Pyramid. I think I've already mentioned this more, so that I can use those all-terrain tires for what they're supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Cyrus can drive down to the beach this time and be the one that gets stuck.
Awesome. I'm ready.
We'll tow you out.
Dope.
Yeah, we can make some camping trips.
That's a good vlog, digging the Explorer out of the sand.
Yeah.
And explore with the Cobb Bros. I see
I
it
need to
now.
actually test my 4-wheel drive on mine still to see if it's working or not, because I honestly don't know if my 4-wheel drive works anymore or not.
Back in the early days of the podcast, when my transmission blew out on my Explorer, they fixed my transfer case for me because they were like, yeah, it's not looking good in there, bud.
Yeah.
And I remember using the 4-wheel drive on that and thinking, this doesn't feel right.
Oh.
That's why.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why my vehicle took so long to come out, was because they fixed the transmission, then they fixed the transfer case, and then there was a problem with the transmission. They test drove it, and there was a problem with the transfer case. They test drove it, and then there was a problem with the transmission, and then the tech was out with COVID, and then it was a whole thing.
I'm glad we're past the kind of like really bad COVID days, because man, it
So
was just
far.
exhausting.
So
Yeah, so
far.
far.
I think in the beginning I was
Wait
naive.
until the Zeta variant comes out.
Oh yeah, not Madden,
And then
COVID
I'm just gonna
23.
beta myself off a fucking cliff.
I was so naive in the early days of COVID. I thought I was gonna get time off of work. I thought I was gonna stay home.
Yeah, I
just
thought
spend
that
time playing Doom. No, I never worked harder in my life because for some reason everybody and their fucking mother during the pandemic wanted to go to Walmart and get bike accessories, which ramped up how many orders we were getting at my fucking warehouse. So I was working 10-hour days, 6 days a week, just to meet up with the demand, and that was after us hiring a bunch of temps because there was people displaced out of their jobs, so they needed new jobs. This is before the job shortage, when people figured out, I can live off of unemployment for a little bit, and then when I go back, I'm gonna get a job that doesn't treat me like shit.
Yeah.
And now the worker reform is blowing up, where people are like, look, I don't want to work for fucking $12 an hour anymore.
No.
It's time to actually pay me what I'm worth.
Well, now that everything's exploding in price, can you imagine making minimum wage right now? I think minimum wage in Nevada is $7.85 or something like that. $7.85.
That's fucked.
That's $1,200 a month. You know how much a studio is? $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
You're telling me that a minimum wage job can't even get, or it can get you a studio, but that means you can't pay for anything. That means you have a place to go to. That's it. You can't turn on the lights. You don't got any food in the fridge. Fuck it. If you can't even power the fridge.
Yeah, that's shocking when you put it in.
It's why roommates are like, I see a need for roommates around the city, and that's a good reason why you got people going quartersies on a house just to
Yeah.
rent it, which is honestly a good move.
Yeah.
But it sucks because if you don't know 3 other people that you can go bunk it in the house with, finding 3 random people is just as terrifying.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know these people, and you don't know what's gonna happen with them. Right?
Yeah.
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 But college is the same thing. They stick you in a dorm room with other people that you have no fucking clue who they are.
I couldn't do that. Like, I always thought, I regretted not staying in the dorms at the university because I think I missed out on the university experience. Because I go to work, I go to school, and then I'd have to think about travel time, and I'd have to go home, and I'd do all my homework at home. I never really stayed on campus or used campus resources to get my stuff done, and I was like, but if I lived on campus, it'd be so much easier because I could just walk home, and it takes me 10 minutes to walk home.
Yeah.
But the idea of living with somebody, and then they even have like student housing where they have like giant common areas, and then there's a bunch of bedrooms connected to the common area that people would share. It's kind of like a really, really big apartment.
Yeah.
It's basically prison.
Yeah, because you live at the mercy of hoping that everybody else is just going to be living the same
Civil.
lifestyle as you. Because if you and one other student are like, say you're engineering students and you have a lot of studying to do and you are no nonsense. You just want to get your shit done. You want to go into your room, get your work done, come out, make a meal, go back in your room, get some shit done, walk to and from campus.
Right.
But if you live with some people that they're party heads and you have to deal with constant partying, people coming in and out of the house, maybe the apartment's not as clean as you'd like it to be. Like, I remember seeing a TikTok where these dudes were just messing up this frat house, and somebody in the comments was complaining about messing the place up, and it's like, you've clearly never been to a frat house.
Right.
They don't care.
Yeah.
I've never been in a frat house, so I can't like 100% say that's the case, but every time I walk by one,
You get
the
those
last thing I
vibes.
want to do is walk in.
Right. Right.
But I
Hockey frats can be pretty fucking gnarly. But
Yeah.
then you have like the upper crust fucking frats where you could perform brain surgery on the bathroom floor.
I don't know. There's always stipulations around frats and sororities. I think some frats and sororities definitely do what they seek out to do,
Yeah.
which is always cool. And some of them are, I can't remember. They disbanded one at UNR for hazing. I think my second year there. It was a big deal. I remember getting constant emails about it, and then
Yeah.
they said they were disbanded. I think it made it down to the local news. I forget what it was. Let me look it up while you guys continue the
No
conversation.
longer putting balls in your jaws.
Nice. I kind of wish I went to college. Shoot, you know, it would have, in my field alone, it would have given me like $6 or $7 more. But at the same time, it was scary to me to feel like if I had studied these 4 years on this one subject and, you know, 8 years down the road felt stuck. That's my worst fear, is like feeling stuck later on.
Yeah.
And I feel
That's
like
why
that's
trade
what-
school's useful.
Yeah.
Because you're
that's-
actually going and learning something instead of going and learning 4 other subjects that have nothing to do with what you want to learn, but because they're prerequisites to doing what you actually want to learn.
Right.
I found the article
Okay.
once
what
it
you got?
loads, but it was I remember it was teak, TK, whatever those Greek symbols are.
Okay.
It was the teak fraternity. It says the UNR chapter of Tau Kappa Epsilon, that's what those Greek letters would be, has been
Alright.
temporarily suspended by their national organization and university after a recent report detailing songs referencing sexual assault. Did I say the date already? Yeah, December 6, 2018. It says the Nevada Sagebrush first reported in November that fraternity documents were left open on an on-campus computer. Teak documents contain songs about sexual assault, including specific references to 2 UNR sororities. That's how they found it, was because somebody left their computer logged in onto whatever Google fucking Drive file they had that had all of these songs that they wrote.
Idiot.
Dummies.
Wow.
It says UNR officials learned of the documents in late October. Shortly thereafter, both the university and the National Teak organization temporarily suspended the UNR chapter. I think it's still suspended. I don't think they ever came back.
Yeah, that sounds pretty horrid.
Mm-hmm. And then I looked that up, and I found one from 2 years earlier. I forgot about that. Sigma Nu was a fraternity back in 2016. Got banned for 15 years because of a hazing death. Right here in Reno at UNR. Yeah,
hazing
death? Yeah, hazing death. They killed somebody hazing him.
Wow.
And I forgot
that's
that.
terrible.
I forgot that happened here. And then 2 years later, they banned another one for those chant songs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's-
Those are the frats that give frats bad reputations
Yeah.
because it's what you know, the ones that they show in the movies, stuff like, you party foul, bro.
Yeah.
There are some good ones. I remember there was a women's engineering society, and they were like legit good people.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you want to see. You know, it's a representation of your university, and
Mm-hmm.
you want to. It should be something that's eye opener about your university.
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting at, I guess. But yeah,
like
do you regret, or you weren't part of a frat,
no,
if I'm not mistaken?
He didn't-
Do you regret not being so?
little bit because I had a couple buddies out of high school that really wanted me to join one, but I decided not to because this was what 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I used to go over to your apartment a lot, and I'm like, no, I value just doing shit with my other friends from high school more than being in a frat, meeting new people.
Yeah.
Boxed in my closet.
Well, no, I mean,
No,
Let's unite.
But no, I had fun, and then I
Right.
shortly moved into my new house afterwards, and I dealt with the move, and then that summer I was hanging out with different people, and then I just had different priorities in my first and second year of college, and by the time I hit my third year, I didn't really want to join those. Like, I had that fear of missing out feeling where I was definitely like, damn, I really don't. I don't know what it's like to live on campus or talk to people, because like every time I go up to talk to people, they're always doing shit on campus or going to other people's dorm rooms, and I'm like, the only time I've ever been in a dorm room was I did Boys State in high school, and they housed us in the UNR dorms. That was the only time I ever stayed at the UNR dorms.
damn, okay.
In my entire time in college, never once stepped into a dorm room.
Yeah, that's a totally different experience.
Mm-hmm.
Not the one that's advertised, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, you see all these people, they're like, oh, my university life. I wake up at 8, and then I take a shower, and I walk to the university, go to
Yeah.
classes, and I do my homework, and then I work out, and then I go home. I was like, no, I woke up, drove to work, and then I drove an hour to school after I went to work,
Yeah.
walked for 20 minutes because I don't want to pay for parking because parking's too fucking expensive. And then by the time I get to campus, I sit in class for an hour, and then I got a 30-minute break, and I can't go back home real quick because it's a 30-minute break in between classes. All my people
Okay.
are like, oh, I'm going to go drop my stuff back off at my dorm, and then I'm going to come back to the next class. I'll meet you there. And it's just me sitting outside of the class for 30 minutes because there's not enough time to do anything.
You're right.
I think it was my second year, first semester. I had a lot of time in between classes, and sometimes I'd even go see like you guys in between classes, even you and Sadie.
Yeah.
And I would have a class, and then I would take a break because I had like a 4 or 5 hour block because your apartment was closer to the university than me hopping on the freeway and driving back home. So I would go over there, and then I'd go back to school.
We were 2 exits away, yeah.
Yeah, it was stupid quick. The longest part about it was walking to my car. But yeah, no, I had fun. I could talk about my university experiences all day, but it's just because I know it's different than some other people's. It's not the typical university experience, especially with how much I worked.
Yeah.
Especially when the pandemic kicked up and at home learning. I would sit at home and then do my classwork, and then I'd drive straight to work and work my 10-hour days, and then come home, be tired as shit,
And have class.
and then have class.
That's nuts, dude.
Last semester, I had those softball games for the company. Too many times I would get out of a class, go straight to a softball game, and then race back home because I forgot to do some homework that was due at midnight.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a fucking trooper. A fucking trooper, that's for sure.
Hey, I pushed through.
Yeah, you did. Goddamn.
I'm the living testament of anybody can do anything. Unless it's engineering. I really didn't like engineering.
Yeah.
I did 2.5 years of that. Said, nope, not for me.
Yeah.
And it took me another... How many more semesters did I take? I think another 4 semesters in a summer course to get through my business degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I already had it, an accounting minor that I had already tagged some classes onto. So I just moved all those classes to my main degree, and so I was able to finish in an extra half year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
College is wild. Everybody has a different experience. Nobody really talks about it.
Yeah.
And the weirdest thing is running into people that you knew from high school, and they're just like completely different people.
Yeah. My dad went for 2 semesters and then told his dad that he was still going, but just kind of left. He regretted it. He always told me he regretted it.
I went for a semester and a day.
Oh, fuck.
I went to the first day of second semester, didn't drop any of my classes, and just started going over and hanging out at a friend's house all day.
Oh, fuck.
I'll tell you what was the worst part about going to college for
Yeah.
me was the fact that, you know, I knew people from high school, but because I was doing engineering, very few people that go to your high school go into engineering because it's such a specialized field, and you get people from all around the state, other states, and even other countries. There was a lot of Chinese kids in our computer programming classes.
Yeah.
That was just a demographic of the classes. If you didn't know enough people and you didn't have enough friends,
Yeah.
and you didn't have a good support group or people that you went to afterwards, like I would just go straight to class and go home and shit like that, it's very lonely because you're doing most of the shit by yourself.
Right.
I was fortunate enough in my second year, I found this kid. I'm not going to say his name if he ever listens to this, but I think he had the fattest crush on me but wouldn't tell me.
Yeah.
And he would always talk about how he dumped his boyfriend and how he was the worst person ever and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, dude, that's crazy, man. And he'd just sit there and stare at me, and then he'd help me with all my projects and shit like that. And he would always be texting me late into the night. And I'm like, I picked up on it after a while, but he never said anything to me about it, but I could tell because
Right.
he already knew. He was like, no, you're not gay.
Homie
But,
wanted you.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's cool. He was a good, cool person. I think I have him on, won't say it, but I have him on a social platform, so I still see what he's up to these days.
Fucking A. Yeah, it's cool. And most people are cool about it, so it's not a big deal, you know?
I don't give a shit. He probably would have said something and been like, no, I don't swing that way. And he'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Still want the answers tomorrow? Yeah. Okay. Going to
Oh, that's
physics?
cool.
Yeah. He was an art major and doing computer science as a minor.
Wow.
It was
Holy shit.
wild. I couldn't believe it. I was like, why are you putting yourself through this? You're a great artist and you're doing computer. He's like, I want to do something with computers. I'm like, okay, then just go do it. You don't need this degree.
Well,
Soccer.
what?
Soccer.
Soccer.
Soccer. Soccer.
Why are you killing my
Soccer.
brain? What did
Get
I
it?
do to you?
I
It's
just had, like-
soccer, but with car.
I
It's
just had, like,
soccer.
10-minute heart on heart with about college.
What
and
the
friends, like,
fuck?
What the fuck was that?
What's wrong with you?
Dude, he legit scared the shit out of me.
Same. I was Colton, you came back and your entire fucking background went like black and your face just like looked, it was just grayscale and distorted.
I wish we were recording that.
I like panicked and just pointed at the
You pointed. I
screen.
turned over and it scared the piss out of me. My God. Oh my Lord! Like your exposure went to -4. It was bad.
It was like a demon just took a picture of itself. That was fucking wild.
I mean, we were chanting and shit at the beginning of this podcast.
That was-
It was
Chupapi, mon niño.
So I'm the most likely to be the conduit.
Cobb Bros summoned a demon?
Dude, I wish we had that recorded. That would be
At 3 a.m.
Bro. Damn.
No, literally scared the shit out. I just look over
Yeah.
and fucking his face because you went, oh, what the?
You finished your sentence and I looked over to see if he was back and it went from purple to just that and just staring directly at the fucking camera and I went, what the fuck?
You know those unsettling Mr. Incredible memes? It was like one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
But worse because I know him.
Fuck.
That was weird. You saw that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking
He
I
weird.
got
was staring at me. He was
I
on my
got
side of the-
goosebumps. that
I wish we could have recorded that, dude.
was wild.
Oh man, I don't know what you did, Colton, but you need to replicate that.
I don't even know how I possibly could.
Yeah, that was weird.
Let me try doing this again for a moment.
Okay.
I just pointed my can up at the ceiling and then I pointed it back down. So
We will 100% get a screen recording of this in the podcast if he's able to replicate it.
It was fucking
I'm so nervous.
creepy.
That was insane.
Like, it was so fast that I don't remember what it... No.
It didn't even do it.
And he was like on the right side of the
Yeah.
screen too. It was
Dude.
like
It wasn't
not where
even
you were
censored.
sitting.
Yeah. It was like your camera actually bugged out. It was weird. He disappeared. He comes back again as a demon.
I'm like legitimately nervous now.
Haha, fuckers. Turns out hell's actually in Bend, Oregon. Coming to the Blockbuster.
God damn, that was an interruption.
Yeah.
Man,
Oscar's never gonna believe us.
he's gonna listen to this and go.
He's gonna go. It probably wasn't that scary.
No, it genuinely scared the piss out of me. Like that was terrifying. No.
You're
I
you're
don't-
sexy, but no.
I don't know how to describe it. You were like
The background went black, and then you turned into you were just grayscale. And
You were
because
grayscale,
because
and
you're
we can
wearing a
only-
hat. There was only your face. And it was black and white. Like it
Yeah.
changed fucking. That was weird.
Yeah.
What's the name of that game, Maple County, the one that Markiplier played?
Yeah,
With the phone
exactly.
calls? That it looked
With
like
the-
you were
with
a
the
screen
fucking-
capture from that.
One of the fucking, what are they called? The alternates.
Yes,
That's what it looked like. Yeah.
kinda, Colton. No, but it was like that, but dark. Like the shadows were. It was like that. But
That-
imagine heavy shadows on your face.
And
Yeah.
only black and white.
He's messing with the contrast on his webcam.
Like there wasn't any color at all. It was just black and white.
But you had like sunken eyes. That's what was it freaked me out.
Yeah,
the most.
like every shadow, every little bit of darkness was
There was
super
it
fucking
was
dark.
too much shadow. Dude, it was fucking weird. It had to be a glitch with your webcam. I don't see any other way of us replicating that.
God.
Yeah, that was fucking sketch.
I really wish that we had that recorded.
Oh my god.
We could have sent that to Zach Baggins and be like, "Did we see
What
ghosts?"
happened to Colton? Our friend is a demon.
It might have been that.
Kind
It might have been something like that. And then because you see the background? Huh. Okay, imagine that, but that slight, like, quarter second where your face is, like, shadowed out. Imagine that, but it was prolonged for, like, 5 seconds. Colton's doing his best to, like, reenact what was going on.
Yeah, because it was like frozen there for a couple, like just a second, and then it went back to him in the middle.
When this podcast ends, let's have Colton do that, but screen record it, and we're going to go back frame by frame and take a screenshot of what it looked like. Okay? And
find
we'll
the
put
best
it,
one.
Yeah, and we'll put it in the video.
We have to
recording.
edit it.
Yeah.
And like make it look what it.
We'll make
that,
it work.
That'll be interesting to see what all three of us think it looked like.
Yo, are we the Ghost Adventurers? Yo, this
Did a demon just implanted seeds in
I
our
could
brain
feel the dark
because we chanted?
energy.
With
I
the,
went into the next room
it's the nut. It's
and I felt some dark energy.
the dark nut.
I sat in the bathtub and felt dark energy. And then you got the big bald guy with the goatee turning around going, "Did you hear that?" No, dude.
Zach, I'm not going there by myself.
Zach.
Like you have to do it.
Zach,
Go down there.
Go down into the stairs that look like they got shitted on with your low exposure camera. They did I think it was on Paramount Plus, where they did a follow-up to that place here in Nevada. I forget what it's called, the Goldfield Hotel or whatever.
Dude. Oh, shit! You did it! That's it! That's literally what it fucking looked like.
Hit control print screen so we can put this in the podcast later.
Dude,
Yeah, just smile.
oh my god, that is
Keep doing it, Cobb.
that is exactly what it fucking looked
Okay.
like, dude. That's fucking terrifying. You figured it out.
Open up Paint and then hit Control V. I stood up. I couldn't look at that any longer. Yeah,
Dude.
hit Control V.
Oh my god. I don't know
Click on
how
the
you
screen.
figured that out, but that is exactly what it looked like.
And you didn't hit Control Print Screen. Here,
Control print screen.
yeah.
Smile again. And then, yeah, do the face again. Oh my god.
Okay.
When it's just the eyes in the. Dude.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
How did we accidentally make one of the scariest pictures ever?
If that doesn't work, then just try to hit paste. Just click on the clipboard. No. Go ahead and hit paste. This is the easiest
down?
way. Click the clipboard. There we go. And then just save that.
There it is.
Oh, man. Yeah, I use Paint to save my screenshots. I don't care.
You too.
It's the easiest
If
way.
you hit Control Shift print screen, I believe it automatically saves it to your pictures folder.
I think so, yeah. That sounds right.
Or Windows print screen.
This gives me
It's
a chance
one
to
of those
preview
two.
it.
Try Windows print screen.
Nice. Colton is fucking scary at PNG. You can't save to this PC. Please choose a notification.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta actually save it somewhere, David. Okay, that was wild. I'm glad
We
were able
need to
replicate it.
save that picture for if we do like a scary theme something.
And then just put Colton's face up.
Yeah, just have that as the thumbnail.
I can't believe it's been on the screen for the last 3 minutes. I feel like we're dogging on the viewers right now.
Okay, so if you've been listening this far, because this is the tail end of the episode,
my
Colton stood up for a second, and when he sat back down, his camera glitched out, and it looked like there was a demon. And while we were talking about it, he was changing his camera settings and was able to.
Replicate what we saw.
Yeah, so
It's actually just a matter of turning down my ring light and then holding my hand close enough to it that it shadows it.
Yeah!
That's
exactly what it was.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
No,
Yeah,
it,
because
That was cool.
it genuinely scared the shit out of me when I first saw it.
that's a good way to prank somebody. Just be like, maybe they want to say hi to Colton, and he's not there. Or
It's It's also almost 10
before he
o'clock
turns
at
on the
night.
camera, he just, hey, be right back. To just do that and then slowly have your face on there and not say anything.
A Zoom call. Teacher, you don't know my range. Don't come to Zoom tomorrow.
yeah,
That reminds me of there was a TikTok that came out where it was like somebody's like, I'm bringing a gun to school tomorrow. What are you gonna do? And it's just some kid sitting on his laptop. He goes, oh no, he's got a gun. He just closes it and goes, that was close.
Wow. Fuck.
Oh man, the pandemic brought a lot of jokes and memes. At least people got more creative.
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple channels blew up too. There's this
Yeah.
Australian guy I watch. His name's Dank Pods, and all he does is review old MP3 players and headphones that he likes.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty cool. I definitely recommend checking him out.
For sure.
He's hilarious.
Dank
By the way,
what?
the time
Dank
springs
pods.
forward tonight.
Oh.
Oh shit!
At
We
1
look- so
o'clock,
it's
it goes
actually
from 1
11.
o'clock to 3 o'clock.
Lord, yeah, thank you, daylight set. Big round of applause for daylight savings time.
But that means when I go to work at 5 tomorrow, it's actually going to be what it would be 4.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
I hate this. Hate this town. So washed up.
All my friends feel
Don't
the
give
same.
a fuck.
All my friends suck and fuck.
They tell me that it's gonna rain right after I wash my fucking car.
It better not rain. I just washed my fucking car.
Washed my car yesterday,
Haha. You guys are just asking for it to rain.
Yeah,
but it
I
was
guess so.
70 degrees today.
There you go.
It was a nice warm day today. I will say.
Except for the fucking wind.
Yeah, the
I
wind
hate
sucked at the end.
wind. I hate
Yeah.
wind.
I haven't
wind
had a
doesn't
jacket on
care.
all day.
The wind says fuck you.
Wind is a bitch.
The wind is a bitch sometimes.
The wind
You
is
know,
a
fun
bitch.
fact about wind.
What?
It's that breeze in the summer or like wind when it's just cold, it's not the wind with the air moving fast that is really colder than the air if it was sitting still, because it's the exact same temperature. Wind just replaces the layer of air that's on around your skin that quickly, so you constantly feel what that temperature is rather than your body being able to radiate it.
Yep.
And then
Wind
become
chill.
warmer.
Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
Also saw recently.
Reflecting.
I remember reading that wind has no sound, and that if there was nothing to block the wind, it would just exist.
Wow.
Because obviously you hear it because it reverberates off your ears and hits your ears in a certain way, and if it hits a rock, you can hear it bouncing off the rock. Hear all the dust fly and wind sounds.
I am.
Your
I've
typical
used
wind
the pen way too much to hear this right now.
But what if wind was, because wind is just a gas, what if it was moving against a cloud? They're two different densities of molecules.
I live down here on the ground, bro.
What?
I gotta worry about ground things.
Wind
But I
is
guess if there
just
was
God
nothing.
farting.
Stop it.
All right,
I agree.
give me your kickball back. I'm gonna go.
Why
turn it
doesn't
back
it
into Miss K.
reverberate?
What?
Silent
in
but
my
not
love.
deadly.
What
It's
did you ask?
silent but life-giving.
Why do,
Okay.
If it's God's fart, why doesn't it reverberate?
God farts oxygen.
Isn't that thunder?
Thunder!
Silent.
Lightning.
Lightning.
Thunder.
Thunder, give me the lightning.
Do you think T'Challa was bitten by a radioactive panther?
Is that why he
Well,
died?
It's a
I-
line from
I kinda-
Spider-Man. When you take a picture of the Wakanda embassy.
That's pretty
It
funny.
was purple radioactive though.
Purple. He drank the purple.
Perp drink.
He was drinking the scissor.
Oh, he's a lean head. Ah, lean.
Oh, well, it's almost 10/11 o'clock at night.
11.
Okay.
There.
It's time for me to go buy codeine I wasn't prescribed.
Why are you getting so aggressive about it?
Because it's, I don't know. There's
Is it
an old
addicting?
There's an old YouTuber named
Oh, yes.
KYR Speedy, and he did this one thing. I thought it was hilarious. Nobody else thought it was. But he was in game chat on Black Ops 2, and he was talking, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna pick you up in my PT Cruiser. And every time they said PT Cruiser, they would just say it as loud as they could. And they would talk about rolling around town and picking up girls in their PT Cruiser. And they would do it like that, where they would talk normally, and then they go PT Cruiser. I hopped in Maddie's PT Cruiser for the first time. I was like, oh, PT Cruiser. She's like, yeah, that is what it is. And I was like, damn, I sound like a fucking idiot in real life.
Nobody else gets you.
Oops.
Just like, okay, fuck me.
Didn't mean to. I want a PT Cruiser with the wood paneling. That
Oh,
wraps
fuck.
around the car. Oh, yeah. It's hot.
Charge a premium for that shit. And then the sun pisses on it and peels it off. And then an actual dog pisses on it and it really peels off.
Don't you talk about...
Well, look, a grayscale, man.
What? You can't just...
He's black and white.
Say grayscale, man, dog.
Well, that's
I-
what I said. That's,
Man, I'm
I
accepting.
hope-
I let gay people hit on me, and David's over here being racist, and I just don't understand.
I said grayscale.
I'm so loving and understanding, and I just can't believe
Well, I
it.
mean, opened up the podcast with raging.
No. I didn't say raging.
David, you got a lot on your plate to work with here.
Oh. Correction, Oscar.
Oh, Oscar.
Hope you had a nice wedding, buddy.
Oscar got married?
No,
Oh.
but it's still fun to attend.
If he got married and we were
Yeah,
invited,
we're-
his ass is getting kicked.
Yeah, Oscar's out getting married right now. We're sitting here recording a podcast going, we miss Oscar. No, damn, he didn't invite us to the wedding. Motherfucker. And I know he's watching this back because he wasn't here, so he's definitely going to listen to this episode. Hey, Oscar, invite us to your wedding next time, asshole. Get divorced, get
Him
remarried.
edit it.
Get married to me, so I'm there.
He will probably be editing. Yeah. Cyrus and Oscar are going to get married.
Yeah, and he's not going to invite me to the wedding.
Wait, what? That's foul.
Imagine having a wedding and you're just standing up there going, "Oh fuck, I forgot to invite the bride."
Damn it, I didn't ask her.
Shit, I forgot to ask her if she wanted to get married.
Tell everybody in the world that you're getting married except her. Be like,
Her parents are there and shit. Like, wait, she didn't know.
where's she? Like, she hasn't showed up yet. I was like, oh, I didn't tell her.
Oh, she didn't know.
What do you mean you didn't tell her? It's like, I still have the ring. I didn't ask her.
But it's like Megan Fox. You got Megan Fox's parents there. Machine Gun Kelly's there. Like, wait, what? Since when? Like, he didn't know either.
He beat him to a skeet.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's not get into that. This is a pro Pete Davidson podcast. Okay, we love Pete Davidson.
That's okay. Yeah, that's true.
Support your boy Pete. Go rent a copy of King of Staten Island. It's a very good movie.
Don't
It's got
harass-
Machine Gun Kelly in it.
Don't harass your partners.
Yes.
That's foul.
Ex-partners to either.
Yeah,
Mother of your kids.
yeah, yeah. That's not a very good
not
model
a good
to
look.
your children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a rough. Anyways, we have a bunch of new subscribers on our socials. So if those are you guys, and you guys have stuck around for this long, we thank you very much for coming around and
Comment
checking
your
us
favorite
out.
potato chip in the comments down below. I want to hear it. and I'll
Yeah, if
argue
it's
with
not
you.
Lay's original,
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of
But it's
rich.
not hot Cheetos.
I will argue with everything I don't agree with. So make sure you put your hot takes.
Yeah,
Little do you know, we're also 3-year law students. So
Yeah.
arguing is like not what we're good
The
at.
ones that admitted not going to college, 3-year law student.
you're not gonna win, pal.
I watched all of Better Call Saul. Okay, I know what I'm doing.
Section 723.7
I can
states.
quote every single episode of Law and Order.
You know how many times I've watched Matthew McConaughey.
David's like, hold on, let me name a black person so I don't seem as racist.
He played a lawyer.
Okay.
I watched that movie a lot.
Okay.
Matthew McConaughey.
What, Dallas Buyers Club? No.
No, Lincoln Lawyer.
Lincoln Lawyer.
Yeah, that one.
Lincoln Logs?
Those are my favorite
I was
toys.
just
Yeah,
thinking
I
Lincoln
love
Logs.
Lincoln Logs.
Can we get like magnetic Lincoln Logs?
Martin.
It's getting out of control.
My brain is
Man,
They named those logs after someone that got his brains blown out in a movie.
Well, it's
theater.
because his actual log was like a
Is that
hog.
what he's famous for? Not being the president? Like,
Well, no, it's
I
because
mean-
he was the first president.
that's like going to Dallas and going, yeah, JFK was shot here.
Yeah,
I'm going to go watch the Cowboys lose.
yeah.
Jeez.
To the Browns.
They did lose to the Browns last time they played.
Oh God. All right. Well, I guess we'll just end it on that. Anybody got anything more to add?
No.
Fuck
All
the
right.
Cowboys.
Good night, Cowboys.
Oh.
I hope you're 0-16 this year.
That really puts into
0 and
perspective.
19?
The Cowboys and Redskins played twice.
You know
a
what? And I want to give a big shout out to Seattle for losing Russell Wilson. That is
Shut
very
up.
good news for me.
year. Shut up. As a Raiders fan, I don't agree.
Yeah, well, as a Niners fan,
Yeah.
After they did terribly last season.
I'm getting anxiety again.
Khalil Mack is on the Chargers, and I hate
if
it.
you're a Seahawks fan, nothing
I'm
against
not
you. I
making
hate
it to
the
the playoffs
franchise.
this season.
No,
Seahawks?
God, no.
Absolutely not. If they trade for Deshaun Watson, I wouldn't be surprised if half their fans
He invented the light
like
bulb.
jump ship.
Wow.
Deshaun Watson?
His
Deshaun
son.
Watson?
He didn't sexually
No,
harass?
Deshaun Watt dad.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you.
What?
No,
fuck?
before we end this podcast, anyways,
Deshaun Watson,
Deshaun-
great grand
Deshaun Wa- Hey, Deshaun Watson, everybody.
We've descended.
Before we close it off, I have
Granddad.
a bone to pick. Deshaun Watson got off scot-free. He's the person being accused by 23 women of sexually assaulting them. 23. He had his deposition yesterday in Houston, and they came to the conclusion that there's not enough evidence to charge him with big boy charges. 23 women. 20 of them were, actively pursuing it. He's probably still going to face maybe a civil lawsuit, possibly. But Adam Schefter, who's a beat reporter for ESPN, tweeted out and basically insinuated that Deshaun Watson is innocent. No, they just didn't have enough evidence to move forward with it. I don't think 23 women came out and lied about what Deshaun Watson did to him, especially since it was
Yeah.
the same profession in the same city, and they all had the same Instagram chats with Deshaun Watson. Terrible fucking person, and I feel bad for the fan base of whoever trades for him, which it's looking like Carolina or Seattle. Fucking terrible. Fuck
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson. Whichever team he goes to, I'll stop supporting. If he goes to the Raiders, I'm a fucking... What'd I say? What's my second team? Panthers. I'm a Panthers fan.
Fuck.
Yeah. Say,
Dark days ahead.
I could see us doing some dumb shit like trading Carr for Watson and a couple picks. Fuck that. Do not bring him anywhere close to this team.
Yeah.
I discussed it in an earlier episode when John Gruden left with the Biletnikoff Foundation and how
Yeah.
they're very against domestic assault because Biletnikoff's daughter was killed by her boyfriend at the time.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible to bring that into the organization and still allow Biletnikoff to come and light the torch before the game.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that would be gross.
Some things are bigger than football. He's a disgusting person.
Right.
Just because he's not being charged criminally doesn't mean that, you know.
Yeah, that's a big number for sure. I agree with you.
If
there.
not, he needs to do something to seriously reprimand his actions and make up for it because I don't see a path forward. Maybe he can figure one out. Maybe his rep team could. But yeah, fucking terrible.
Yeah.
The fact that he could sit out of football, make $20 million, get traded to a team and pretend like it never happened.
Sometimes it's too much.
Some Big Ben shit.
Yeah. Well, we should end it on that or on a higher note. Anybody? Come on. Mike is hard, and he's in my lemonade.
Serious moment
That
and then
was
Badul.
actually
Badul. Badul. We're having Badul moment. What would it sound like if I hit it against my head? Ready? Just fucking.
That wasn't your head.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me pull the Mac band back. Hold on. I'm trying to get it in the microphone so people can hear this too. Ready?
Oh, that was solid. Jesus. Okay, let's go play Grand Theft Auto, okay?
Let's do it.
All right.
Grand Theft Auto.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. All right. Let's end the podcast.
Daddy butt cheeks.
Tune in for the beat of the week.
Tune in for the beat of the week and check us on our socials. The Cobb Bros on
Bros.
Instagram and Twitter now.
Eating this
Still
Twinkie.
Cobb Bros PC on Twitter, actually. 'Cause we
Twinkie.
couldn't change it. But anyways, check the
Change.
socials. Keep an eye out for our Let's Plays.
Seven.
And let us know what you want to see.
1,
Yes. Comment down below what you
22.
want to see.
14,
Thank you, Barn Door.
5,
Twinkie.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
13,
Bye-bye.
21. Goodbye.